Frankie Waters from Frankie's Garage, and I am here with Russ. And today we're going to be talking about his Mustang. So, can you tell us a little bit about your car?
Okay, I bought it in January of 14. It needed everything. It was a rolling project car. Fortunately, it didn't have any rust in it. It was in a minor accident. It was easy to straighten out. And I decided that I wanted to upgrade it totally with the newer 5-liter Coyote engine and a 6-speed overdrive transmission, 4-wheel disc brakes, air conditioning, power windows, power door locks, and just take a lot of the stuff off of the car, little medallions and things, which I was somewhat inspired by the Steve McQueen Bullet car. They took a few insignias off that car and it changed the character totally. So I thought I would up the ante a bit and take off a few more things.
So, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you've changed on the car?
Okay, well, since we're standing here in the back, I put this third brake light in. And it's got like a flashing one. And then I took the key out of it when I have a cable indoor lock, indoor cable operated release. I took the bezels off of the taillights around it, and that's all I did. They are what they are. I took the back bumper and I filled in around where the body is and brought it out. Took the bumper bolts off, make them fit a little bit better than they did. Cars of this era never fit that well. By the license plate on the right, I have a battery shut-off switch. Off to the left is my backup camera lens. My exhaust tips are custom made out of stainless steel. I made them to fit the opening for the GT balance, which was originally made for 2 round ones.
That's cool.
Some of them are cut up in and some of them are smooth. I use the GT one.
We can work our way around the car.
Sure. 6 or 7 they had, I call them gills in the side. I filled that in.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go look at my car.
And I just, like you say, clean it up. The side air vents, I filled them in. With today's air conditioning and stuff, I really don't think you need the ventilation of the non-air era. The door thing I made, I used the outside skin that I cut out. I made an insert to put inside, to weld that in, take off the door handles which were up here, using the stock mechanism just by shortening the linkage. And it works very well. It's all mechanical.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I saw that in the pictures in your book.
Yeah. So anyway, I made that inset, and it took a bit of belt cranking and things like that. These are off of like the early Shelby Mustang and some of the early Cobras. You can buy these at a Mustang shop. You can get them paintable or all chrome. I took off the rocker panel of the Mustang ID. I filled in the cowl for 3 reasons. Number one, when you put in a manual shift in this, I put in 2012 Mustang pedals. Had to move them off to the left so my brake master cylinder would clear the heads. So by doing that, you have that left airflow thing. I can't use that to cover that up. Then, when I had put in the 6-speed, I had to raise the hump on the floor. So when I raised that up, I could not put the aftermarket air conditioning in without cutting out the plenum chamber. And when you cut out the plenum chamber, you look through the vents and you see the floor. So I filled that in, and the only downfall is that I can't take outside air for ventilation if I choose to do so. But all of the aftermarket air conditionings don't have that provision anyway. So even if I would have left the vent in, it still would function the same way. And also, you cannot take that thing out. When you look at these era of cars, you can see all the repaints in them because you can't get them apart. You get all that overspray and mess in there. So I figured killing 3 birds with 1 stone by doing that. And the only other thing is where my wiper studs come through, I had to put a grommet seal around it because they didn't have to seal them. It just dripped down in the plumb chamber. I have the stock windshield mechanism in it, which I kept. So that's why I did what I did. I took, these were what they call the optional I don't know, signal hoods, and it had a screen. Well, I filled that in with metal and kept, and it kind of works. It's still open. The striping is my own idea, kind of copying the Boss somewhat. When people look at the 302, they assume it's a Boss because I use the Boss style numbering, but when you read real close it says Coyote, and that changes everything.
And I saw in the picture that you started off with a block of metal and you created your steering wheel.
Yeah, I did. I'm a retired machinist. I bought a 100-pound slug, a remnant through eBay, and I went in my garage, and 70 hours later I cut that down to 7 pounds. And when it came in the mail, the wife says, "What is that?" UPS guy could barely get into the house. And I said, "That's a steering wheel." And she says, "Really?" I says, "Well, it will be when I'm done with it." And then I had it clear powder coated because bare aluminum makes your hands dirty, you know. And contrary to popular opinion, some people think that gets hot in the sun, and it really doesn't. It's not that bad. But if you have the windows up in the sun, then it's hot, but it's the same as about any leather or plastic steering wheel out today. And then I made it so it covers the adapter and everything, and it was made to fit the stock column.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Sure.
Well, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I'll post really soon. And make sure to go check this out on my Facebook page at Frankie's Garage. Thank you. Bye.